So iRacing has just announced that the Super Formula Series and car is coming to their latest build, which is already stacked full of content, brand new tracks, brand new cars, including the Porsche LMDH/GTP car and the Acura GTP car as well, which will provide us a full lineup in the IMSA series in their top class. It is looking to be an unbelievable season to end the year. But some of you may be asking the question, why should I be excited about another Formula car coming to iRacing? Well, let's take a little dive into exactly what this car and this series is, what it can provide, and why you should be excited about this coming to the sim. So Super Formula is the pinnacle of Japanese Formula racing. It is primarily held within Japan and has been since the 1950s. It is held around circuits such as Okayama, Fuji, Suzuka, Twin Ring Motegi, names that you will be familiar with, specifically if you are a regular in iRacing. The championship is fought with a knockout format used in qualifying, which is similar to other Formula series and will be run over races which are of length of 250 kilometers. Now, you may be thinking, what exactly is that? Put that into layman terms, Scott. Well, what that is that it equates to races of around 45 minutes to an hour in length. 2 races are participated in over the course of a weekend with mandatory tyre changes. There are a soft and medium compound tyre that are available to use during each race. Now, the Super Formula car is pretty much a single spec car. They use the same chassis from the Lara, a 6-speed gearbox with a push rod suspension system. However, the one element that doesn't make this a single spec car is that there are different engine manufacturers. 2 in particular, one from Honda and one from Toyota. These engines produce a brake horsepower of just over 540, which is around 80 less than that of a Formula 2 car. But what Super Formula has over a Formula 2 car is better aero. And it is with this aero package and those engines combined that has made this car and this series a great place for budding Formula 1 drivers to ply their trade, even more so than that of the Formula 2 series. The likes of Michael Schumacher, Eddie Irvine, Andre Lotterer, Stoffel van Dorn, Pierre Gasly, those are some of the drivers who have competed in this series, and most recently and at this current moment in time, a name that you will be very familiar with as he has currently just competed in the most 2 recent Formula 1 weekends at Zandvoort and Monza, is Liam Lawson. He comments, when I first went there and we were changing stuff on the car, I didn't know half the stuff we were doing because you're doing much more simple things in Formula 2. I think that's why it's such a big step up to Formula 1, why it's almost too big, I think, and why quite often people struggle more doing it because it's so big trying to learn everything. Liam has also been quoted in saying that in some instances the speeds that are reached in the Super Formula car through the corners are that much closer to a Formula 1 car compared to a Formula 2 car, even further helping him make that step up to Formula 1 than he is in Formula 2. And lastly, in the Super Formula series, they have an overtaking system. This is OTS for short and is very similar to how the IndyCar push to pass system works. It allows drivers up to 200 seconds per race to have an extra boost of power. This adds an extra strategic element throughout a race distance for these Super Formula drivers to manage. So the question is this car for you and where will it fit into iRacing? Well, if you are someone who doesn't quite like the Formula 1 car or think it is too quick and too difficult for you to handle, then the Super Formula is going to be the car for you. It is a car that is not as quick as F1, but is much faster than an F3 car and an F2 car, so much so that it's closer to an F1 car, that budding Formula 1 drivers drive it to ply their trade. It is a car that has a bit more of an intricate setup to it than that of a Formula 3 car and an F2 car, so it appeals to those of you who are more of an engineer and love to tinker with setups to gain that extra edge. It is a car that allows you to run multiple compounds throughout a race, adding an extra strategic element to it rather than just a straight out 45-minute or 20-minute sprint, as is in this case of the Formula 3.5 series. So it seems this car has a bit of something for everyone who is a Formula fan, and as well as the bonus of being, I assume, to be able to create your own liveries on this, which people love to make cars their own, myself included, it will add that extra added touch that will make it more appealing to people. Now this series I think will be sitting at a B license alongside their F3.5, possibly and unfortunately replacing it, as that car and series has been on the platform for quite some time and isn't run in an official capacity in real life anymore. However, I think this is going to be a great addition and will help breach that gap up to F1, which at the moment is quite a bit of a jump going from F4 or F3, even F3.5, up to the highly powered and difficult to drive F1 car, but a thoroughly enjoyable car to drive nonetheless. And with the highly rumoured splitting of the road licenses in iRacing from a sport to a Formula license, hopefully this will help to increase participation on the Formula side, and Super Formula will be a great addition, rounding off that road to F1. And there we go, I am thoroughly excited for the Super Formula series. I really do hope you guys are too. I think it's going to be a great addition and bridge that gap to F1 from the lower formulas and help overall increase participation on the Formula side, which us Formula fans just want in general. And there we go, let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited by this being added? Are you worried? Are you a current strong part of the F3.5 community and worried that that series will be replaced? Are you not too worried about it at all? Are you excited that there's going to be a possible replacement, or just a car and series that will be alongside it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button, turn those notifications on, and we will see you for the next one.